Hey friend, do you know how I know for a fact that you can go from operating in a self-hate identity to operating in a self-love identity that loves you, serves you, empowers you, and has your back? The identity that allows you to be at peace in life, make decisions with confidence, have healthy relationships, and be proud of who you are? Let me tell you how I know this. I know this because we all have the authority and power for identity pivoting. What is identity pivoting? Identity pivoting is when you come to know or understand that you are the physical manifestation of the Most High energy, source, God, the all, or whatever you want to call it. It is in you. And when you come to this understanding, it's completely surrendering to the idea of the divinity and power in you and your ability to tap into that divine power. You use that truth of who you are to remove fear-based beliefs within that are preventing you from experiencing your true powerful self and divine identity. Because using this lens to perceive situations, circumstances, people, and yourself is from a higher perspective that serves you and allows you to stand with supreme confidence and conviction in life. By allowing your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, actions, and perspectives to align with this knowing is what activates the power of God in you to serve you. See, you're like a match. It has all the potential in the world to be lit on fire, but there has to be a strike first. And whether that match is ever struck or not, it's still a match, always capable of becoming fire. That's how the power of God works within you. It has and will always be within you, and there is nothing you or anyone else can do to change or alter that in any way. Now, you can be kept from activating that power that allows you to see your greatness and capability. And that's by believing unfavorable ideas about who you are through feeling like you're weak, inferior, incapable, less than, damaged, not enough, broken, useless, and just any type of self-hate characteristic, because they're going against and denouncing the power granted to you by Source itself. But regardless, that power will always remain because it is an inseparable part of you. Just like the match never stopped being a match, whether struck or not, you never stop being the physical manifestation of God with the capacity and power to live out existence in your confident, powerful, and divine identity. You have everything you need within, and like the match, the strike for you to activate the power within to serve you comes from turning to that power with a faith stronger than belief, and that is knowing. In identity pivoting, you're not fixing anything because there is nothing wrong with you. I cannot stress that enough. There is and never was anything wrong with you because inherently you are divine. You were just operating from a place that did not serve you, so it fed you experiences to go deeper and deeper down that rabbit hole of experiences, situations, and emotions that were unfavorable and against you. Those experiences caused you to be all too familiar with self-hate, self-deprecation, self-criticism, and self-rejection. With identity pivoting, you're simply pivoting or turning from that unpreferred identity of self-hate to your preferred identity of self-love. Picture you standing in the middle of nature. The sun is shining, the sky is a vibrant blue, and the air is crisp and clean. Now in front of you, there's a forest of trees, and in back of you, there's a beautiful vast lake. Now, if you're standing facing the forest of trees, this is what you're viewing and experiencing. If you turn and face the lake, this is now what you're viewing and experiencing. In this scenario, you, yourself, never changed to see or experience something different. It was the direction or way you were facing that change to affect what you were viewing and experiencing. I used to always dwell on how I grew up, and if only those responsible for me while growing up would have shown up for me in this way or that way, I would have turned out better. And then I was always critically judging myself and digging to find out what's wrong with me. Why can't I stand up for myself and genuinely be confident in myself? Why don't I truly love or trust myself? Why do I always seem to make the wrong decision? Why do other people's opinions hold more weight with me than my own? Why don't things work out for me? Why don't I feel I'm enough? Why can't I express myself? And on and on and on and on and on. I was searching so hard for what and why things are wrong with me, so this is the direction I was facing. But this is not how to activate the God within to serve you. In fact, it's doing the opposite. The God within responds to your subconscious beliefs, whatever they are. And yes, something happened at some point in your life to make you face the wrong way. But if you continue facing the wrong way and believing you're just not enough in life and energetically fueling that through your thoughts, emotions, actions, and beliefs, the universe, God, again, whatever you want to call it, will see it as how you want to experience life and will grant you that wish. You are always unconditionally supported in whatever you choose or default to believing about who you are. And hear this clearly. It does not matter why or how that belief or program got into you in the first place. Whatever you feel, however you act, however you perceive, and whatever you believe is so, is so. That's why it's imperative to not be consumed with and feed the energy of the who, what, why, and how of whatever happened in your life to make you turn the wrong way. But at this point, to just embody the God within, because this is where your power and authority to turn or pivot comes from. You activate and access your preferred identity facing your God-conscious state of mind, not in your traumas or limited beliefs and negative self-reflections. When you understand, accept, and look within for the divinity that you are, you cannot be against yourself because you know that being against yourself in any manner is being against God. You are the kingdom of God, and even biblical texts admit that it is within you. And I'm not saying the complete turn to experience your true identity will happen in the blink of an eye, but you'll have definitely changed your trajectory to come into that experience simply by choosing. If you want to stay where you are, facing your lower self and in an identity that keeps you in a state of brokenness, you can. And that's okay. Because again, you are unconditionally supported in anything you choose. Now, if you want to experience the identity that you desire, the identity that loves you back and makes you show up in life as your preferred version of you, you can do that too. This is the true free will that the God energy within gives you. It is unconditional. It is not a man-made, egotistical God in the sky that says, serve me or you're going to burn for eternity in hell. That is not love, nor is that God. You experience a state of heaven or a state of hell right here on earth in this physical plane of life. Whatever you vibrationally believe is so, is so. And notice I said if you want to experience the identity you desire. I didn't say if you want to be the identity you desire, because you are already it. You're just facing the wrong way and not operating in the place to experience it, but you most certainly can. It is impossible to think, feel, act, or perceive that you are anything but greatness and worthy when you understand who you are and take life on from there. And that, my friend, is how I know that you can go from a self-hate identity to operating in a self-love identity that loves you, serves you, empowers you, has your back, and allows you to be at peace, to make decisions with confidence, have healthy relationships, and be proud of who you are. I gotta go for now, friend, but thank you for taking this walk with me. We'll talk soon.